Hello Physical Fiends, it's Jordan here with a quick-ish video about all the Switch imports to look forward to in 2025. All pre-order links are down below in the description and pinned comment, and any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and I greatly appreciate that. It helps me in the best way possible and I can support you too, because imports from PlayAsia, well, you can get 5% off with my discount code Jordan24. That's only up until the end of the year. Let's jump in quickly. All games mentioned in this video will have English unless otherwise stated. Stalker Legends of the Zone Trilogy could have been one of the biggest and most important imports ever. 3 badass shooters on one cartridge with English? That would be great. Well, actually with this, most of the games have to be downloaded, so it is very disappointing. It's an import, but it's not a good one. Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days 2 is the sequel to another import exclusive that also has English. It's a card battler game that I'll be staying well away from, but nice to see that the other game's surprise English translation worked out well enough for them to bother with this sequel. Urban Myth Dissolution Center is a creepy looking adventure game, very atmospheric with strong pixel work, and that's definitely what's got my attention. Looks like it could be another Valhalla or something. The Escape Room Chronicles is a very recent announcement. In fact, I pretty much just saw it. It's been a while since we had one of these simple series games. You get 4 episodes of puzzle-like games in one nice cheap package with English. KAMITSUBAKI City Regenerate is a dark fantasy visual novel as you get transported to a parallel world that hosts a cast of colourful characters. Hopefully it's an interesting sci-fi story. Botany Manor already has a physical release in Asia, at least it will today or tomorrow, whichever it is, but Japan is also getting one too, but it'll be in February next year. Night Slasher's Remake is supposedly a crap remake of a classic beat 'em up, at least that's what I've gathered. The new art style is very divisive, but I still like to try it myself to see if the gameplay criticisms is fair or not. Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon? Familia myth? Fulland of Water and Light is a long-ass name for an undoubtedly fairly cheap anime tie-in, a side-scrolling action game with RPG elements, and it'll be the second game based on the anime on the Switch. The Medical Examination Diary, Teamwork in Paradise. Now, PlayAsia doesn't explicitly state that this has English, but my other sources say that it will, and this is a VN double pack that has bona fide fan service with the emphasis on the boner. It's also from a prolific VM publisher who almost never have English. Well, except for this one. Hopefully it's the first of many if it's successful. Wizardry The 5 Ordeals is getting a release in Japan early next year. However, my advice is to maybe wait if you care about which regions your Switch games come from, since I think it's likely we will see a European retail release as well as limited run doing it in North America. Ghostpia Season One is a new announcement, another visual novel that's getting a physical release. The art style is particularly eye-catching, going for something very, very different and peculiar, and this episode 1 is supposed to be great from reviews that I've seen over on VNDB. Love Live! Nijigasaki High School Idol Club TOKIMEKI Roadmap to the Future is a dating romance management game just like the TOKIMEKI Memorial series, but not properly part of that series. Could be a good one, and it's nice to have one of these type of games in English. There is just not enough of them. Meg's Monster is supposedly a really good JRPG, short but very well produced with a great story that'll make you cry, which all good JRPGs should. From Madness with Love, I believe is an otome-focused dating sim visual novel thing. The Switch physical was very recently just announced, so this is kind of like the TOKIMEKI one I just talked about, but with a pixel art style and dudes that you want to bang instead of girls. Sonic Wings Reunion is a new game in the Sonic Wings / Aero Fighter series. Information is very slim at this moment, but something I'm interested in learning more about. Hopefully we get a trailer at some point. Ever 17 / Never 7 double pack is definitely getting an English physical release in Asian regions. Now there are placeholders for Western physical releases, but I don't think it's been officially announced. Seems like some retailers are just being hopeful, but we'll have to see. Maybe bide your time with this one before purchasing. Montezuma's Revenge is a Play Asia exclusive with East Asia Soft, and it looks to be their worst one yet. I mean, when the remake looks worse than the original, you know something's wrong. I collect these Play Asia exclusive collector's editions, and I don't think I've even had the strength to pre-order this one yet. Soldner X Complete Collection is another Play Asia exclusive, and this one looks much better in my opinion. It's a double pack of early indie shooters from when, digital started to become the norm, and these were the ones that stood out, and it's nice to see them physically on the Switch. I mean, eventually, sometime this year. Hookah Haze is getting a physical release at some point next year. There's no date as of yet, but I'm sure we will be happy to wait. Another VN style game with pleasing character design and art style and, story premise. I've talked about this a lot before, but it looks great. It's coming only in a collector's edition. And there we have it, just a quick roundup of the big imports coming in 2025. Of course, these are just what we know of. There's going to be loads of announcements over the next few weeks and months, and as we go into the Switch's final year as Nintendo's main console, I wonder if it'll go out with a bang. As always, if you want to pre-order any of these games, do so with the links down below in the description and pinned comment. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.